The next thing we're going to do is we're going to do some calculations with our spreadsheet. So this is step 5 from the lab. So we have this nice percentage column, and what we want to do is we want to calculate the percentage of people who prefer birds, for example, or people who prefer dogs. So to calculate the percentage of people who prefer birds, we want to divide this number by the number of total people who voted in this survey. Okay. Now there's a little shortcut. If you select all of these, you can actually look down here and it's going to tell you the sum. And it's going to tell you the number of elements and the average. Okay. However, I actually want to create a formula in a cell to do the calculation as well. So I'm going to cell it down here. I'm going to call this total. And I'm going to do a formula. Now I've given you the formula in the lab write-up. It is equals sum B2 colon B12. Okay, and notice how these elements get highlighted now. Right? This is a range. We just declared a range from cell B2 to cell B12. Okay. Another way to do this is from here, I can come put my cursor up here, click down, hold and drag, and then let go. Draw the range, close the parenthesis, and I'm in the same place. Now when I hit enter, it's going to tell me the sum, and there are 316 people who voted in this survey. Okay. So to calculate the percentage of people who prefer birds, I'm going to say there's a couple of things I could do. I could say equals 9 divided by 316, and it's going to tell me that 0.028 people prefer birds. So percentage wise, you move the decimal point over twice, so this is 2.8% of people prefer birds. The problem is doing this over and over again is going to be very tedious. And what if our spreadsheet had hundreds or thousands of elements instead of just 11 right here? Right? I don't want to do this manually. That's the entire point of using spreadsheets, is to automate these things. So I'm going to use formulas, and I'm going to type in equals whatever's in this cell divided by 316. Now what I can do is I can take this cell which has a formula in it. By the way, if I click up here, select it, and then I type something, it's going to goof it up. And if I try to click elsewhere, oh, that's going to be okay. Sometimes it messes you up. You can always hit escape and it will undo whatever you've just done, or undo. Okay, so now that I have this formula, I want to drag this formula down so that it calculates the percentage for all the cells right here. To do that, I'm going to put my cursor on this little square in the bottom right hand corner of the line around the cell. And notice my cursor changes as soon as it's over that little square. That square is called the fill handle, and it's really important and useful in Excel. So I'm going to put my cursor over that fill handle. I'm going to click and drag down and then unclick. And you notice it's filled in different values. So if I select one of these and I click up here, you're going to notice this one's referring to the cell here. So it's taking cell B6, this number, dividing it by 316. So it's accurately calculating the percentage. So this is 14% of people prefer horses, 26% of people prefer dogs, 13% of people prefer cats, and so on. And this should all add up to 1. Yep, sum of 1. However, we are viewing these as decimals, so we really want a percentage. What I'm going to do to format this as a percentage, I'm going to select the entire C column. I'm going to go on the Home tab to this number group, and there's a little picture of a percentage sign. It's that easy. Now, there's also these pictures of these little zeros. It's like little triangles of zeros, and if I do this, it's going to add decimal points or subtract decimal points. So I'm going to have 1 decimal point right there.